Legend was the VP of Hero Management over at Vark before Stillwell came in. He helps us out from time to time.
You really don't know who I am? Heroes were heroes, not these stage-managed silicone dolls. I've never even seen Homelander sweat.
Don't worry. Soldier Boy's not gonna trace this back to you. Trust me.
Oh, trust you. You forget what happened last time I helped? The underage hooker sting on electroshock? Oh, everything and everyone he touches turns to shit. Will you even trust me to best your fucking
Please. You know what Soldier Boy did to my family. And you know because you okayed the cover-up.
Shit, I okayed a million cover-ups.
So don't act like you are better than Ashley, Edgar, all of them.
Why was Soldier Boy here? Came to pick up his super suit. I got on to it.
He wants to be back. He doesn't want to be a villain. I don't think so.
He also came for his girlfriend's address.
I said that we would see her again, and because she lied, I think that she's the reason why he was trapped, betrayed, taken away. He's gonna want his revenge.
Not to get me at you. Maeve and Butcher. It's smelling all over you. You really won't do anything to hurt me, won't you? What are you and William cooking up? You two brought that supervillain to town.
In a way.
I'm not cooking anything up with Butcher. Let's talk about this. Don't you dare fucking John Maeve. Every little mistake, front page news. It is lonely at the top, yes, but at least we had each other. We were lonely together. And I loved you. In my own way.
You love yourself, that's all. And you think that she's gonna regret that
I
period?
haven't. Was anything about us ever real? From the start, I hated you. I fucking hated you. You're completely and utterly alone.
No, she's not.
You paid me. You did that to
His smile, his eyes, I can't. This actor is amazing with this role.
You want to know something else that's funny?
What did you do? What are you gonna do? He's not gonna kill me.
I thought you were nipped into the dry green, got some more, didn't I? I know how you feel about this shot.
If you don't draw a line somewhere, how the hell are you gonna know where you stand?
I ain't drawing that line.
Which is why we got to.
I love how you think.
Kid, did you just hear a goddamn word I said?
No!
Strong, confident, handling a shit here.
You were confident this morning, you know, with Starlight, and you were not. Maybe that drained into you.
What the fuck did he do to Maeve? That's all right, Gregory. Maeve is at the Global Wellness Retreat in Malibu, asking for help. Brave.
You're a fucking liar, like parents who are saying that the dog went to the farm.
We can't let him do this. Who are you referring to? He is out of control. Today it's Maeve. Tomorrow, maybe it's me or you. Look,
She doesn't care.
I know you're scared. Powers, you don't need powers. Please, where is Maeve? Is she even alive?
Just this info. Ashley.
I am CEO. Next time, make a fucking appointment.
You're afraid or you thought that it was a test?
Lacerations to vertebrae T6, T7, T8, and T9. The damage is so severe that Nathan will never walk again.
He's never gonna walk again.
Today that my donation to this community will be met with such intolerance. You know, by a few empty dozen battles, just raise my own.
You can talk?
I got rhythm, I got music.
For real? It's for real this time? It's not for real. So they're dancing, he's dancing.
I got stars.
playing with our feelings. And in reality? What? You kissed? It's amazing, but she talked also, no? For real or not? My sweet girl. God!
I've already got commitments.
Too good to be true.
And the Cowboy Jack from Outbreak.
I worked with that Outbreak monkey once. He's very good.
I'm telling you, there is no other place in the world.
You're making me go?
Want to be them, right?
No?
I'm ready.
Thank you for interrupting that moment.
Soldier boy. He's alive.
How do you escape her pleasure?
She knew.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, come on, she lied about him being dead, his body being taken away. You should have known.
He's gonna kill me.
You betrayed him.
All of us.
Why? What'd you do?
Fuck you. Alright? We got a big fish to hook. And you're the worm.
Is this a joke? Come on, guys, let me go. Come on, guys.
She's gonna die.
What the hell's going on?
You're there?
And then called me.
Did he?
Just told her we might need some backup.
You wanted to prove yourself.
Alright, it's dangerous.
It's too dangerous for me.
Mm.
What about you?
Oi, you know. Take a little tiff somewhere else. But I promise no secrets, right? So...
Oh my god.
I can finally save you for once.
I don't need you to save me, Hughie. I need you.
The real you is coming. I'm sorry for the noise, they are walking on my garden. What is it with you? You...
What'd you do?
He's not gonna have his revenge.
You're that asshole from the letter.
The one who released you?
I'm the asshole that let you out. Russian woman, eh? Well, she's in there. Yours for the taking. Consider it a gesture of good faith.
Good faith for what?
I was thinking that you and I have come to a little arrangement. A team up.
Against Homelander. You're really
Is that really you?
gonna let him kill her so he can kill Homelander?
I loved you. All those years, I held on to the hope that you would come.
She gave you? She betrayed you.
Because I still loved you.
I didn't love you. I hated you. We all did.
He's a fucking Homelander, you have to consider it. That's why I think that they can be friends, in fact.
Please just go. Let us handle this. You can yell at me.
You let him kill her. You gave her to him. And you're okay with that, Hughie?
We wanted a weapon. Soldier Boy's our weapon. He's how we kill Homelander and Newman, maybe.
And after that, how are you dealing with him?
And then never would have gone for it, and you... Look, you weren't supposed to be here.
That's why Butcher told you to take her away.
You're teaming up with a murderer.
I'm doing this for you, whatever it takes. Remember?
Whatever it takes, it means killing people, it means making an alliance with Homelander Bis.
Yui.
You don't know who he is, and you don't want to know, like, you don't care.
Please don't go.
I'm so sorry, Annie. Oh, and we're finishing with her again. How many episodes that we're finishing with Annie? And each time, you know, it's a step that she's taking, like the first time it was when she accepted to be into a couple with Homelander. The second time it's Supersonic who died right there and Homelander's threatening Hughie. Right there it's Hughie betraying her. He lied to her. He's doing something that she doesn't agree with. It's her getting alone, you know. Little by little getting alone and being forced to do what she doesn't want to do because of Homelander, but right there also because of Hughie. That's interesting, you know, the fact that they are finishing with her each time and that we can see that evolution of her. I said it during the intro, I'm afraid that at some point, because she's forced to do all of that, you know, with Homelander, and she thinks that she's doing it also to protect Hughie. Now, even more with what happened with Hughie and her during this episode, I'm afraid of her at some point not betraying us, but doing something which is gonna be against us. I'm afraid of something like that at some point. You know, the fact that we are finishing with her each time, it's simplifying that impression that we can finish one episode with her betraying us. Like, it can be a big, gigantic cliffhanger at the end of one episode, her betraying us, doing something against us, because it's gonna be such a surprise, such a shock, but at the same time, it's her evolution along this season, and her evolution, you know, at the end of each episode. I'm wondering about it. It's just a thought. Maybe it's not gonna happen, it's just a thought. You can see that I'm making a lot of theories. Some are okay, are right, like the fact that I knew that at some point we would go back to Soldier Boy's girlfriend and that he would kill her because she betrayed him, she gave him to the Russians. I thought that it was to vote who sold him to the Russians. You know, I thought that it was like that, like he was beginning to be too much for vote to handle him, something like that. No matter what, I knew that it would happen, but I was wrong also with my other theory that Hughie's powers were A-Train powers, and I thought that it was interesting, like a good parallel, Butcher having Homelander's powers and Hughie having A-Train's powers. I even thought that maybe it could be a psychological thing, the fact that when you are taking the temporary V, you're getting the powers of, I don't know, the person who impacted you the most, the soup who impacted you the most. But no, because he doesn't have fast run, he has teleportation, Hughie, so I was wrong with that. And some of you were right with that on the comments and also on Twitter, you were right with that. So see, I'm making theories, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, so maybe with that one for Annie, I'm wrong about maybe that big cliffhanger which is gonna come. But I think that I'm right with the part, you know, that it's on purpose that they are finishing each time with her, and that it's also to amplifying her evolution all along this season. That and I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with Butcher deciding to do stuff like he wants and all, like he always did that, but it's worse and worse, and I said it during the last episode. Is really close, you know, to what Homelander is doing in a way. The only difference is the fact that Butcher knew that he needs other people with him. He needs also to be there to create limits, you know, for him, to limit him. And he knew that. But right there, he's blocking because he doesn't want to limit him. So in a way, he's cancelling that, you know, that thing that he had, which was the difference between him and Homelander. So in a way, he's even closer to what Homelander is. Do you understand what I mean? And to give that girl to Soldier Boy, I mean, I understand the reason why for him to do that, because he wants Soldier Boy to act for him, to do something in exchange, to kill Homelander. I understand that. But it's morally, I'm not okay with it. for sure, to kill someone to have something that you want in exchange, and also because you're making an alliance with someone who is like Homelander, who not only because I don't know what to choose first, like he's arrogant, he is selfish, he can kill people just like that, innocent people included. Into the past, what he did, treating people like that, and into the present time, what he's doing right now, like you forgot what he did to Kimiko, and all of that, it's awful. And he has also the same ideas, the same political ideas. We saw it when he was walking into the streets, like we had some things about it. And really, since the beginning, even since the first time that we met him during the last episode, I'm saying that I'm not sure that he's gonna be against Homelander. I think that they can be friends. Even more now that I know that they are sharing the same political ideas. Right there, he did that, he made that explosion in New York, but no one into that camera saw really his face. Really, for me, he can come back as Soldier Boy with his costume, with an entire story around that, and be a star into Vote again. And that's why also I'm bothered the fact that Butcher, Hughie, you're making an alliance with Homelander Bis, like they are the same. You want to make an alliance with a second Homelander to kill the first Homelander? And after that, how are you gonna deal with Soldier Boy? What are you gonna do with him, with what he's gonna do, with who he is? If I'm right, with that theory of Soldier Boy and Homelander getting friends. Oh! These two. And I mean, it would be logical also with Homelander, with what he's doing. I mean, in a way, I'm not so sure that it's gonna happen because Homelander is so selfish, he's so arrogant. Is he really gonna want to share the first place, the throne? I'm not sure. On another hand, he needs people around him, he needs allies, and he knows that he doesn't have Maeve, he doesn't have Starlight, he has Deep, but Deep is stupid, A-Train, we don't know. So a real ally with Soldier Boy and an ally who believes into the same stuff than himself, it could be great for him. So that's why with Homelander, how he's gonna react in front of Soldier Boy, I'm more voting for being allies than being enemies, even if he's really arrogant and all. Homelander, I think that he would see that as an opportunity for himself, in fact. Ashley, the board, all of that. Oh. She's afraid for sure, but she loves too much her place. And right there, I think that she thought also that it was a test, something like that. A-Train, what happened, with that reunion, that meeting? How did you think that really it would go well? You really accepted just apologies like that? I mean, how did you think that it would be real apologies? And apologies with all of what he did, it was not enough. Right there, all of what happened, you are mad, you are really against the situation only because of what happened to your brother. It would have happened, to other persons into that place. I'm not so sure that A-Train would have reacted like that. And I'm not even sure of what is going to be really his reactions. Maybe he's only going to go to Vote and saying like, oh, really, that was bad. I'm not okay with that. Deep being the head of that service, like, he has no brain. He fired everyone. Starlight, our relationship with Hughie is getting worse. I said it. I think that she feels, that she's losing him. Hughie, in comparison, is getting more confidence, and we saw it, when he came back into his place and he was doing all of that for himself. He was not burning the bread, he was doing the stuff like that, and he didn't have the temporary V during that moment. So it's really a question of being confident into yourself, something that he doesn't have, something that the temporary V gave him, because he knows now that he can do that, he can be that, and he wants to do that and to be that, but he doesn't want it to be temporary, for sure. And she can see that, you know, Starlight, so I think that she's not gonna accept it, you know, not for a long time. Maybe we're gonna end the season with these two not being together anymore. But yes, he's really addicted to that. When Butcher, I believe him when he says that having powers, it's not something that he appreciates, that he wants to have for sure for a long time. For Butcher, you know, into his mind, I think that it's really something like it's a necessity more than an addiction, more than something that he loves in comparison of Hughie. That moment with Maeve, I didn't expect it at all, that relationship. And really during the moment I was like, I like Butcher, I like Maeve, these two together, why not? And in fact, with their personalities, with what they want, it can work. Really, it can work. The relationship itself, and it can work also for me. I'm not gonna ship them, I think, but I can appreciate that, you know, they can be fun also together, that can be cool. Frenchie and Kimiko, that was great. That musical moment, it didn't happen for real, so I'm not gonna really talk about it for a long time, but it's another crazy thing that this show can do. They kissed, that's already something big, and that's already fucking awesome. But she talked also, for real. She didn't dream that part. She dreamt all of the part, you know, with them singing, dancing like that together, but not the first words that she said, right? The fact that Frenchie is taken away, what, you're gonna torture him? He didn't do the job that you told him to do, he's not gonna do it, you can't force him to do it, you know? Homelander took Maeve, I forgot. They are saying that she wants to rehab. Like I said, like parents were saying that the dog who died, you know, no, he didn't die, he went to a farm. He's happy with all of the other animals. I don't think that it's the case for Maeve right there, like they didn't kill her. Because the fact that they are saying that she wants to rehab, it means that at some point she's gonna come back. But what are they doing to her right now? Black Noir, where are you? Oh, also Black Noir in front of Soldier Boy. That can be interesting because these two, they knew each other. It's getting darker, you know. I mean, the action moments, the story, it's usual things into The Boys, but it's getting darker for the characters. It's almost like they are exploring their dark side. Butcher, Hughie, even MM, he didn't accept the temporary V, okay, but all of that trauma that he has around Soldier Boy, we saw that he can't control himself, his anger. It's really getting darker for all of them. For Annie, it's her life which is getting darker. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. Tell me what did you think about this episode and if you have theories about Soldier Boy and what he's gonna do. Again, I'm not so sure, you know, with how he's gonna be with Homelander. We'll see. Tell me, what do you think about it? Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.